So my people, today's gist no be small one. The whole court matter between Nnamdi Kanu and the federal government took another surprising turn that got everybody talking again. Inside that courtroom, it was like a movie. Tension everywhere, lawyers on edge, supporters outside waiting to hear what will happen. And the atmosphere so quiet, you could hear a pen drop. And before I go deep, please, if you are watching this video right now, just help me like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can always get the latest updates as they drop. Now, the big moment came when Nnamdi Kanu stood up to give what many people are calling his powerful oral address. You could feel that even the judge and prosecution lawyer were watching closely. Everyone wanted to know, what will he say this time? After weeks of arguments, motions, and back and forth, Kanu finally decided to speak, and the courtroom went silent. He didn't raise his voice, but every sentence carried weight. People who were there said you could literally feel the message in his words. He started by talking about how long he has been in custody, how his rights have been affected, and how he believes he deserves fair hearing like every other citizen. He reminded the court that he is not running away from justice, but he wants justice to be done properly. He said it calmly, with confidence. And that was the moment people said the prosecution lawyer just froze for a while, like they didn't even know what to respond with. Even the judge had to pause before replying. Please guys, if you are following this gist, make sure you like this video right now and subscribe, so that when we drop the next part of this case, you will not miss it. The way Kanu spoke that day, it wasn't just ordinary talk. He was addressing the judge directly, quoting parts of the Constitution, talking about how the case has dragged for too long. He said he is tired of all the delay and that if truly this court stands for justice, then it's time for them to look at his case based on evidence and fairness. The way he was speaking, even some of his supporters in the gallery were nodding their heads slowly because they knew he was saying something deep. At that point, the judge listened patiently. You could see the weight of the moment on his face. The courtroom air was heavy, everyone focused. Then Kanu turned to the prosecution team and told them that all their claims and witnesses had failed to prove anything meaningful against him. He said he's not afraid to defend himself, but he will not do it under any unfair condition. The lawyer for the prosecution tried to interrupt, but the judge asked them to let Kanu finish. That alone made the tension rise again. My people, if you are still watching, please help me like this video and subscribe to the channel because this matters still plenty and you don't want to miss the next twist. After his address, there was a short silence. Some reporters said it was as if the courtroom went cold for a few seconds before people started moving again. The judge then spoke, saying that the court has heard Kanu's words and he will carefully consider every statement before deciding the next line of action. But what caught everyone's attention was how calm Kanu was through it all. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't argue. He just spoke his truth, line by line. That moment changed the whole tone of the trial that day. Outside the courtroom, people started reacting immediately. Supporters were clapping, saying that the truth has finally been spoken. Others were more cautious, saying the real test will be how the court reacts to his statement. Reporters were running around trying to capture reactions from both sides. Security was tight, but people still managed to record short clips on their phones. If you're watching, please don't forget to like and subscribe right now. You see, this story is still building up, and I want you to stay with me till the end. Later that day, analysts started breaking down what Kanu said in court. Many said his oral address hit deep because it wasn't just about his case alone. It was about how justice should be handled in Nigeria. They said his words touched on fairness, rule of law, and the importance of ending cases on time instead of dragging them endlessly. Some called it a heavy blow to the prosecution because it challenged the narrative without him even calling any witness yet. Now, let's talk about what this means for the coming days. The court gave him time to open his defense, and from all that happened, it looks like Kanu might be preparing to handle his defense personally. That's bold. Not many defendants do that, but he said before that he trusts himself to speak for himself. And this oral address might be his way of showing that he is ready to take charge. It's a risky move, but it could also be strategic, a way to make sure his message reaches the people clearly. The prosecution, on their part, are not backing down. They still insist that they have strong evidence and that Kanu must face the full process of the law. They believe his speech was emotional, but not legal enough to dismiss the charges. So now all eyes are on the next court date. Will the judge be convinced by Kanu's words, or will the trial continue to the next phase? Time will tell. But one thing is sure. This case has once again captured everyone's attention. As we speak, discussions are going on everywhere. Social media, radio shows, even in markets and offices. People are asking, what will happen next? Some say the government needs to handle it carefully because the matter touches national unity. Others say the law must take its full course, no matter who is involved. It's a serious topic that affects both emotion and logic. And please, as you are watching this, make sure you like this video, drop a comment with your own opinion, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. Let's keep the conversation peaceful and respectful. Now, one thing that stood out in that hearing was the calm exchange between the judge and Kanu. The judge was firm but fair, reminding him that the court is not a place for emotional speeches, but for legal facts. But at the same time, he acknowledged that Kanu has the right to speak for himself. That balance between firmness and fairness is what many observers praised that day. It shows that no matter the tension, the process must remain professional and respectful. As the court adjourned, supporters outside were shouting words of encouragement. You could see flags, banners, and people praying. Security officials managed the crowd carefully to make sure everything stayed calm. Journalists were filing their reports, and many said this particular hearing might be the turning point in the entire trial. Because even though no judgment was given, the energy in the courtroom was different. Something changed. Some legal experts later explained that this kind of oral address can sometimes influence the atmosphere of a trial. It's not just about legal documents, it's also about presence, confidence, and how a defendant connects with the court. And from all that was said, Kanu's confidence that day was clear. He looked ready to face whatever comes next. For the people who have been following this case for years, this is a new chapter. They are hoping that finally things will move forward one way or another. Whether the next session brings more surprises or not, everyone knows this is not the kind of case that ends quietly. It's a case that has both legal and emotional weight. Please, if you are still watching this gist, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because once the next hearing happens, we will bring the full details here for you first. The conversation after court didn't stop there. Online, people were analyzing his every word. Some said he was defending freedom and human rights. Others said it was time to end the long back and forth and let the law decide. But what no one could deny was that his speech shook that courtroom. It reminded everyone that behind all the legal arguments, there's still a human being standing there, confident, calm, and ready to speak his mind. Now, as we wait for the next move, everyone is watching closely. Will the court accept his explanation? Will he finally open his defense? Or will there be another twist? Anything can happen in the next hearing. And I'll be here to gist you about it fully. So once again, make sure you like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe right now so you don't miss any update. The truth is, this case has gone beyond just one man. It has become a reflection of how justice is seen in Nigeria. Every decision, every statement, every reaction, people are reading meaning into it. That's why it's so important for everyone to stay calm, listen carefully, and allow due process to take its course. So for now, that's the situation. The courtroom is silent till the next sitting, but the noise outside, in media, in discussions, in public opinion, is still loud. Nnamdi Kanu's oral address has definitely left a mark. And no matter which side you are on, one thing is clear. this story is not over yet. Please, if you've watched to this point, thank you for staying till the end. You are the reason I keep bringing you these updates. Kindly like this video right now, subscribe if you haven't, and turn on the notification so that you'll be the first to hear when we drop the next big update from the court.